Hey, Pig and Run. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. It's what is it? It's Thursday. 5:25. We're winding down for the day. Maybe we'll go live for an hour and call it a night. I got a few things to do before I head to bed. Tomorrow I got my guest, our guest, Tina Spalding. Tina is a Course in Miracles, a long time Course in Miracles, 25 years, I believe. Um, Teacher, student, as well as a channeler. Blue and yellow purple pills. Hey, Cassandra. Cassandra says, "Hey, handsome." She must be talking about Pig and Run. Although if she's talking about me, I want to say a big thank you for that. Cassandra, how are you? We had an impromptu guest this afternoon. Our friend Kenneth Stephen. Um, why am I drawing a blank on his last name? Price. Kenneth Stephen Price. Um, I reached out to thank him for something that he wrote and said I'd love to talk sometime about it, and he said let's do it today. Well, how'd you make 1,000K, Cassandra? Hey, what's it? We watching Rambo or First Blood? Hey, Kat. I remember seeing First Blood in the movies. Man, I loved it when I think I was 16 years old. Congratulations, Cassandra, making 1,000K. I'd love to make 1,000K. That would come in very, very handy right now. It would all go in one big swoop. So I was listening to a message someone left me. She was congratulating me on my channel, on being consistent, and hitting 9K subscribers. It seems like I'm maybe over the hump. I said this last time, and it immediately went down under 9. So I got to be careful what I say. You know what? I love YouTube. I'm not quite where I want to be as far as getting my message. See, Brian Dennehy. So that would be the first one. That would be First Blood. Yeah, that was good. Good escape scene when he escapes from the prison. Brian Dennehy did a good job. What's it says? I want 1,000K. Boop, you got to get in line, man. I asked first. Um. So yeah, I was saying, I love YouTube. I'm not quite where I want to be as far as reaching those that I want. I'm where exactly where I want to be as far as bringing the guests up. I've had some guests that are far beyond my pay grade. Um, I'm just very fortunate that they all said yes. Oh, 1K subs. Gotcha. Congratulations, Cassandra. That's huge. As it says, I'm in line. Then I'm second. You're second. Congrats on 1,000 subs. That is big. Love you too, Cassandra. Thank you so much. You know what? I'm glad that I could be one of the lucky 1Ks. Well deserved. I always like it when I can make your live streams. So, as far as like reaching people, though, I'm not quite where I want to be. As far as earning a full time income, I'm not quite there, but closer, a little bit closer. But imagine this: YouTube gives me a platform to talk about the things that I want. Me in my little office with a phone. That's it. And I go live to ones and tens of people 3 times a day. That's pretty fantastic. Who would have thought? If you're creative, if you have a message, I hope you do something with it. What's it says? What's your pay grade? Below minimum wage? Sub minimum wage. You're welcome, Cassandra. Hey, Anna. Hi, Mustafa. How are you? What's it says? Say you make way more than I do these days. I made millions dealing rugs over the years, and I've got nothing to show for it. Dealing rugs. That's interesting. Since I've been doing live, my subs have soared. Thank be to God. Yeah, doing lives really helps quite a bit. 1009. Cat says hit the like button, y'all. Mustafa says I'm fine. How about you, my friend? I'm good, Mustafa. Thanks for asking. Good evening from wet Ireland. It's dry here, Carl, but not for long. Oh, that reminds me. I gotta order something from Amazon before the snow hits. Saturday. Sorry, guys. Hey, Lady Sky. I'm not ignoring you guys. So, I right here in this very live stream, we got some awesome content creators. That's pretty cool. Carl says I'm not awesome. Carl, I think you are pretty awesome. You catch a very unique aspect of Ireland in the videos that you make, in the shorts that you do, and you are an excellent live streamer. And I'm not the only one who thinks that. I think if you were to talk to people here, almost everyone would say the same thing, that you are an excellent, excellent live streamer. All right, guys, I'm done. I had to get that order out. Let's see. Cassandra says I'm going to upload a video of my 1,000 sub party. Nice. I will be on the lookout for it. It was so nice and short. So how you doing, Lady Sky? Hey, Tanja. Happy Thursday to you, my friend. Mustafa says, Carl, we love you. We do. Carl says I did a short today and YouTube doesn't want to push it out. Someone told me there's something going on with YouTube. Carl, my views are the total that they keep track of is well over a cut in half from just even a few days ago. Like drastically. It just dropped. Either I'm being shunned, but probably for good reason, or something else is going on. But it did occur to me today, listen to my friend uh, talking about inspiration, how just me, it's an old guy with a camera sitting in his office, and able to reach out to people all across the world, able to bring guests on um, who were just willing to say yes. Some knew me, from Facebook, some didn't know me. The one thing they have in common is they all have a very loving, very insightful, very wise message, and every single one of them said yes. Take, for instance, um, Keith Giles, who came on Monday. Very successful author, former pastor, living a very admired life. This is someone he left being a pastor to follow Jesus. When I read that line, former pastor who left his church to follow Jesus, I love that. He knew that he couldn't follow. Tanja says YouTube is strict nowadays. It seems to be. You're welcome, Tanja. Um, in order for him to do what he thought was the most loving thing to do, he had to stop being a pastor. He had to leave the church to follow Jesus. It's amazing. Anyway, I had not met him before. We have only a few friends in common, and I reached out. His exact words were, "Sure, sounds like fun." They cheat and shadow ban. They also give us an opportunity. Here I am. I got nothing bad to say about YouTube. I'm happy to be here. Yeah, I'm gonna get snowed in, Carl. That's what they're saying. What's up, Skits? Hey, what's it? Why did they say you? Why did they say they suspend you? Sandra says, "Oh no." This side of Skits. What's it says? I love YouTube too. Cat says you create your own world, and it all starts with a thought. I agree. I agree. You know what? Having the conversation with you, meeting Cat, all started with the thought of I could do this. I could live stream. Cat says, I love YouTube, Yogi. Me too. It says, hi, life is hard. Hey, Stickbug. Miss Yogi, Miss Cat. Stickbug, how are you? Hey, so what's up? If YouTube isn't putting you out, pushing you out, let's everyone here push. Let's help each other out. Every single one of us, let's help each other out. Let's share Carl's video. Let's make sure, double check to make sure that you are liked and subscribed and getting all notifications um, from What's the Matter You, and share him out. How often are we sharing each other's videos out, sharing each other's live stream out? Probably not quite as often as we should. Of course, there's no real shoulds, but we're friends. So what's that? My friend, you've become a priority for me. Any person who takes the time and effort to make a video featuring me and hair on my head is a hero in my book, and you deserve to be famous. Bussa says, I don't even know what sharing out means. There's that little share button on the live streams and on videos, and just click it, and you can share it on your YouTube page. You can share it on other social media accounts if you have any. Sickbook says, grandparents went to Bible study. I'm trying to fix the toilets. Are you handy with that kind of stuff? Cat sends some love. Thank you, Cat. For the comments, I leave anyone associated with the A1 2A communities. I don't know what that is. It's on thin ice. I've been suspended 3 times in the last year. Wow. I'm doing good, Skits. Cat says, had a stink bug with a wave. Hey, Nino. Sickbook says we can probably help you. I think, you know what? We can all do better to help each other out. If anyone ever wants to tell me your goals, what you would like to do, or what you want to accomplish with your channel, I will do what I can. You need watch hours? I will give you watch hours. I will mention you to people to give some watch hours to. Do you need subs? We can mention it. Obviously, we can't get people subs, so we can mention it. Carl says I don't have a share button. Interesting. I thought that just came universally to YouTube. Thinkbook says no, but I can use a plunger. Me too. Thinkbook says my priority is the toilets at the moment. You know I eat a lot. I imagine that is a priority for sure. Hey Sherry, I subbed last week. What's the government police critical 1A 2A Knights activist? Gotcha. Melissa says I appreciate that. I guess I hadn't considered what I want with my channel. I'm just existing. This thing's a pretty big deal. You know, think about it. Lots of things don't exist. For example, I can't name anything, otherwise it would exist. Guess this car, you make me laugh, and I love you. I will miss you so much if you don't live stream tomorrow. It's Friday. Friday is Carl's day. Carl says I don't have watch hours. You have to have some, Carl, because I go to your live stream. Cat goes to your live stream. Thinkbook says it does. It's an arrow-shaped thing in the upper right corner. There it is. Mine's in my lower corner on my desktop. I got my phone here, my desktop here. Pig and Runt says Mary with a megaphone. Click the three dots, then click and share. Sounds easy enough. Hey, chef. She cooks and roasts here. How are you, my friend? It's nice to see you. It says I will run a playlist for Evie Mushy P Yogi. Man, you put the pressure on me. Who's going to be the lucky one person? There actually can't be such a thing as a mushy pea, right? Mushy peas. I hear you all say mushy pea. Who would eat like one mushed pea? If someone showed you one mushed pea, you'd be like, what happened to that pea? I'm not going to eat that. Someone squished it. But you take a whole bunch of them and you mush them on up, and now you're all excited about it. You guys make no sense to me whatsoever. Pig and Right says, so Yogi, hope you well. I am, my friend. How are you, Pig? Carl says live streams are on hold. Oh, yes, I remember. Live streams are on hold. Cat is sending some love to Chef Roast and Gag. Pig and Right says, Yogi, I'm good. Thank you. I'm glad to hear that. Melissa says that's profound about the 1P. Too true. I have my moments. My most enlightenment moments are with the absolute ridiculous. You ask me a question about the meaning of life, you ask me a question about ultimate reality, I'm completely lost. I got nothing to say. You ask me a metaphysical question about a single mushed pea, I'm your man. I got you covered. She Cooks and Roast says, I'm well, big brother. Glad to see you today. I'm glad to see you. Always makes me happy when you pop in. Hey, Zach, how are you, my friend? Oh, Skid says, anyone heard from Mr. Something Else? He wasn't well last night. I hope he's okay. We haven't heard from him today, but I remember, yeah, last night he said he was bleeding, waiting for an ambulance. Thanks for the love, Chef. Carl Plankerton ate a big lump of wasabi and immediately felt the effects. He said to Ricky Jervis, I thought it was one big mushy pea. Yeah, wasabi. That will get you for sure. Hey Kat, do you like sushi? They do make vegan sushi. It's pretty good. When I ate fish, I did like sushi. Kat says, love sushi. Everyone sending out prayers to Mr. Something Else. So, guys, I hope you know. Speaking of how the YouTube opportunities that I have received, one of which is tomorrow with the guest Tina Spalding. Um, Again, Tina is a 25-year teacher, practitioner, student of A Course in Miracles. She had through a very intense practice of forgiveness, she had a shift of consciousness. She had a spontaneous Kundalini uh, trigger, rise, and she began to channel something that she had always wanted to do, or for a long time wanted to do. And I haven't said too much. I think I've hinted before on who she channels. You guys might be surprised. Hey, Kat, if you can think of a title for a live stream for Tina, let me know. Carl says, Yogi knows why. Kat says that, Carl, I hope something changes and you will be there tomorrow. Me too. So I was hoping our friend Tiger King would come in. Um, wanted to offer him an explanation, sort of an apology of why I didn't ask the guest this afternoon a question. We were very specific in what we were talking about. So um, I didn't do it this time. Sometimes I try at the beginning of a chat to put, yep, she is Wassa. Um, sorry, guys. And it says, I always enjoy your live stream. I'm sorry you have a headache, Cassandra. You know, our friend Squirrel Sniper always recommends people stand in or put your feet in hot water, as hot as you can. It releases blood flow in the brain. Hey, Sue, Budfowles here. Hello, my friend. Anyway, I want to be very specific in the questions that I ask, especially certain guests, when we're like on point with the topic. So if anyone had a question that I didn't ask, I apologize. I don't want it to seem that I'm ignoring, but I'm trying to find that happy medium between the questions and the guests and the topic. Hey, Delilah, how are you, my friend? Says hello, everyone. Support from Team Bingo, Warriors founder. I appreciate that, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Yep, only your feet. I don't know why. This is what Sniper suggests. I've had good luck with some breathing techniques helping people. So here's the information, Cassandra. Soaking feet in hot water for headaches is a popular home remedy based on the idea that heat draws blood from the extremities, relieving pressure in the head. Be careful with how hot the water is. You want it hot, but don't burn yourself. Hot water dilates blood vessels in your feet, pulling blood away from the head and potentially easing headache pain. They say there's a lack of strong scientific evidence, but that's the thing with home remedies. You don't need proof. You just need the effects. If I had a headache, my thoughts are if I'll give it a try. Sandra says, sub to Delilah. Awesome. Jose says, Delilah, I got your channel. Thanks, guys. Sherry says, I free my migraines with ice, but I don't recommend it. How do you do it? How do you apply the ice, Sherry? Jose says, really? Yeah, I first heard that from Squirrel Sniper. Carl says, I don't get migraines. I've had a few. My ex-wife would get it so bad she would be incapacitated, sometimes for more than a day, sometimes up to 3 days. You're welcome, Cassandra. If you see Squirrel Sniper cruising around, you can thank him too. There are pressure points in relieving headaches. A lot of times, a headache is a sign of dehydration, so make sure that you're drinking enough water. Process house Tundra. You know what? I haven't seen Tundra in a bit. I thought about her the other day. I'm glad you mentioned her, Carl. Hold on. I'm saying the email to Tundra. Who else wants to say hi? Who else has said they've had several in recent years for the first time? Migraines are awful. They are awful. Let me know who else. Carl, I mentioned you. I said Carl asked about you just now on my live stream. Sherry says just wrapped in a light tea towel. They're incapacitate me too. And when it head's frozen, it's lessens its severity. I'll look for the video. Cat said, me. I thought so. You want to know a secret? I was going to include you anyway, Cat. Here it is. Hi, Chandra. I just wanted to reach out and say hi. Carl asked about you just now on my live stream, and Kat says hi. We love you. And it's sent. Hope everything's okay. Kat says, we love Tundra. Tell her we need to come up and sing a song for us. He does need to come up and sing a song for us. I agree. Carl says, you'll be snowed in. Yeah, it's sort of snowed in. I mainly just go out to walk, so I can walk snow or no snow. Kat says, when Tundra sings a song, it is the sweetest ever. I agree. She has a very tender voice, doesn't she? Carl says, I got rid of email. I don't use it as often as I used to. Hey, Sherry, how have you been feeling? Carl, I really appreciate you bringing up Tundra. Gave us an opportunity to send an email. I thought about her early in the week, and I thought I should send her one, and then, you get distracted doing the stuff that I do. Fortunately, we have our friend Carl to help us out. Sure says, I wish you could say better, Yogi. Thanks for asking. First, you, my friend. Danny says, Yogi, I have no complaints about YouTube. Me neither, Danny. You and I. How are you, my friend? Danny, are you ready for the snow? What are they calling for you now? I know originally it was like well over a foot, and then I think yesterday you said they downgraded to like 6 inches. Carl says, I never get distracted thanks to Allie. I constantly get distracted. I distract myself. Everyone's saying hi to Danny, our good friend Danny. Carl, by the way, Carl does have a Happy Thursday short up now. If you want to go by and wish him a Happy Thursday, I mean, you can wish him a Happy Thursday here, but if you go over to his shorts and wish him a happy birthday there, you get the good pleasure of helping him out, getting a view, getting hitting the thumbs up, and saying hi to Carl. Danny waves the cat, waves at what's the matter, you? We haven't done much singing lately. Maybe this weekend. Carl says, if Allie is not there, Tina is. Hey, Carl, you're very fortunate to have two people who care so much about you and your channel. They help you keep it on track. They got your back at all times. I know Ivy feels the same way about you. So, Danny, have you heard anything about the snow? What's it says? Happy Thursday, Carl. I left you a greeting. Thanks, you. What's it? Um, let's see. Hey, did I tell you, Kat, Nanette Tearheart's going to come back up sometime soon? She will be another repeat guest. Um, I think we had three, maybe four repeat guests. You know, the next one I'm going to reach out to for a repeat guest is going to be David Hoffmeister, I think. What's it says? Everyone double tap the screen and see if you're the winner of the big prize. Good karma. Hey, Parajat. Thank you, What's it? That says another one of my faves, and that is awesome in so many ways. She is. Hey, Sue. Sue, how are you? So how about you? How much snow are they calling for you? What's up to you, Parjat? Call says Yogi is a very good singer. No, the best that I can say is that I sing. Is that I enjoy it. I can say that. Parjat says, and all there. But hey, Carl, I appreciate that. Thank you. What's up, Tiger King? Tiger King, I was just talking about you earlier in the live stream. Jogi. Jogi. Tiger King says, hi, Cat. Well, 2 inches per hour. That wouldn't be so bad if it was for 45 minutes. Be even better if it was for half an hour. Parjat says, hi to Cat and Jack. Cat says, hi to TK. Sue says, hi to Tiger King. As is Parjat. Buster says, yep, we were hoping you get here, Tiger King. Yeah, Tiger King, I just wanted to say to you that I apologize for not reading your question, but it wasn't uh, it didn't apply to the conversation that we were having. We were uh, trying to make a very specific point in our conversation. So, we weren't really open to a lot of other metaphysical stuff. Normally, I post at the beginning of the live stream. Please only ask questions that are relevant to the conversation, but I didn't post it this time, so I apologize for not posting it. She says she got a groceries today. I got groceries today too. I did not get milk. I did not get toilet paper. No, that's okay, Tiger King. You didn't know. I don't mind you asking. And with another guest, that would be a great, uh, great question. I just wanted you to know that it wasn't like personal. I wasn't personally ignoring you. No need to apologize. Sue says, Carl, I do the plane and train sound videos. I come to your lives many times. And the yoga squirrel. I got to say, your train sounds are some of my favorite videos. So, Kat says, Carl, click on Sue's name and get to know her. What's it said that brought Marion Berry pie? What is Marion Berry pie? I know Marion Berry. He was set up, if you remember that quote. What's it says about I came from the grocery store too? I have not gotten cut a card yet. I got to send away for some construction papers and some Crayolas. You know what? I didn't see the ego video, but I will. I got to be very careful what time I watch some of his videos. If I inadvertently too early in the day click on a squirrel video and the squirrel song is playing, then I got that song in my head for the rest of the day. I think the last one I saw was your Just a Crow video. How long ago was the Eagle shot? Hey Sue, were you down in Annapolis, Maryland? Cassandra says, I'm still listening. Okay, I'm driving. Be safe, my friend. Peggy King says, hi to just one Sue. Cat says, Carl, you've got to get out and get to know people, and I'd expect everyone to come to you. Tiger King says, Cat, you're spot on. Marion berries are local crossbreed berries, famous in the Pacific Northwest. What are they? How long have they been calling them Marion berries? She said, here's the link. Thank you, Sue. There it is. Man, you got a good shot. Look at that glide. I thought I was going to land on the branch for a second. So close to landing on the branch. Guys, make sure you subscribe to our friend Sue. Go over and check out the eagle. There it goes. It landed in the pine tree. I love Pennsylvania. I love everything about Pennsylvania. Thanks, Sue. Lady Scott says, finally got groceries for the weekend, Yogi. How was the lines? How were the shopping lines? Persia says, call, be alone and aware and master breath. Uh, Everything else shall follow. Good advice. I hope YouTube doesn't crash overnight. I'm expecting a paycheck. Evan says, seems like mind games, but I didn't get any pushback. All right, here it is. Eric, I told my boss the gates to the side of the house was blocked by snow. Then she says she's not out of the field. That doesn't make sense because we had a conversation about the snow. So what's the outcome of this, Evan? Sue says she was in Annapolis years ago to see Here Comes the Mummies. Annapolis is about 30 to 40 minutes away from me. Hey, Pop Tart, how are you, my friend? Tiger King says, Eric, do you ever do live about yoga? I have on my members only live stream before. I think doing yoga would be one of the best things that you could do. Pop Tart says, just finished my shopping stream, 199. Well, nice. On the lottery again, brought groceries, 3 new polar vortexes coming through. Yeah, we're supposed to be getting 2 back-to-back vortexes. I wish the polar would keep them. Don't need them. Developed by Oregon State University after Marion County, where they were extensively tested in 1943. Nice. Sue says hi to Evan, and what did I miss? Carl says, don't do breath work. No, Carl does not like breath work. Melissa says, LSU know what Marion berries are, right? I'm glad you're okay, Lady Sky. Danny says, Yogi, for me, 8 to 12 inches of snow on Sunday, and on Monday, 3 to 5 inches of snow. Well, too much. Lady Sky said the lines weren't long, Yogi. Good. Take my supplement, guys. Top Dot says, I love taking my American friends to a Canadian huge grocery store. I like going to Tom Hortons. It is Tom, right? Is it Tom or Tim? They're good coffee. But the parking lot is full of cars, though, Yogi. But you're home now, right? Hey, Buddha. Buddha, how are you? We got another video to check out. There it is. It's my home stretch of river. I have some very meaningful rivers in my life. I was born and lived right next to the Allegheny River. I was born in McKeesport. Now, my dad was from north central Pennsylvania, way, way up, one county from the New York border, back up in the mountains. It's beautiful, Sue. And we would drive up all the time. And you drive up, you go all along the Susquehanna River. Then it branches off in Williamsport, Pennsylvania. And we would follow the Loyalstock Creek, which is really more of a river. It's a tributary to the Susquehanna. We would follow that all the way up to Sullivan County, Pennsylvania. God's country. And I live not far from the Patapsco River. Be there in about 10 minutes or less. Yep, I used to catch crayfish when I was a kid, Evan. We used to sell them for fishing bait. There was a sporting goods store bait shop up the street, and we would sell them and get a little bit of money. I feel bad for doing that now. One of the reasons I'm a vegan, I'm paying off my karmic debt. Evan says, well, the outcome was the manager was trying to underestimate the snow and blaming me for not getting more productivity. And the main boss seemed to understand. Seemed to understand you? Tim Hortons. I always get that confused. But I know that from a conversation a couple of days ago. Buster says Columbia, Willamette, and Sandy Rivers are my big ones. I've read about Columbia and I've read about Sandy Rivers. I don't know Willamette. I'm going to look that up. I love rivers. Cats are doing pretty good today, Tiger King. I appreciate that. Both of them. Buster says there's quite a lot of crayfish, Evan. Buster says another secret bait for crayfish that few know. Any update on guests that I would like? Not yet. Haven't heard back. Last week he said just be on standby. Yeah, we're getting a polar vortex down here too, Evan. We're getting your polar vortex. It doesn't seem fair. Give a clue. So I don't know if you're gonna like him. You're not gonna be entertained. He's not here to entertain us. When he comes up, you share something in common with him. Let me say this, Tiger King. He suffered a very profound loss. And he blamed God. He was very unhappy. deeply depressed, and he wrote a book on how he found peace. How he found peace after suffering a very profound loss. So I, when I saw that, I reached out for him specifically for you because I thought he might be able to help guide you towards some peace from what you've been through. Plus, it says Willamette is a huge river that runs right through the middle of downtown Portland and splits the city. I've caught many salmon right downtown, and sturgeon, bass, crappie, and others. Well, awesome. I love rivers that go through a city. Susquehanna goes through Harrisburg. Um, it does not go through Williamsport. Not really. Um, the Allegheny meets the Monongahela River in Pittsburgh, and it forms the Ohio River. Tiger King says, "Thank you. It mean the world to me, Eric. You top guy." Well, we do think about you, Tiger King. You are cared for. Lady Sky says, one thing I did notice was that no more Chef Boyardee all gone, Yogi. I think that's because you can eat it straight from the can if need be. It's better heated up, but you don't have to. So if the power goes out, if you lose, the ability to heat things up. Hey, Aaron. Aaron, how are you? Tiger King says, no, no what? So, Aaron, your shaman friend is coming up on Monday. Joel Schaefer. You gotta send him an email to. I was given good advice just before I went live that I should have some of these live streams set up way in advance, and I used to. I should try it again. Evan says, Eric, what do you like to do other than working out for fun? Well, I used to enjoy racing. I haven't done it in a while. I'm not sure that I would enjoy it the way I used to. I love to read. I meditate a lot. I do a lot of yoga. Um, Obviously, I live stream. I talk with my cats. Tiger King says, hey, Sky and Eric, what's up with the muffin off? Hmm. We have not proceeded after the initial challenge. Katie says, I think Yogi's behind the chat. I'm always behind the chat. Kennedy King says, I'm here. Kenneth was great today. Kenneth is a good friend. Kenneth has helped me immensely, my channel and what I'm doing. Him, Alan Ishak, and Vicky Poppy. You know what? I can't tell you how much. So many people. Julia Day. Thank you, Kat. Man, all three are really good. What's it says? I used to talk and sing incessantly to my dogs. When they passed, I had to talk to myself. I sing to my cats sometime. Evan says, Eric, you ever go to town festivals in the summer and listen to music? And it's been a long time. It's been a long time. You know what, Evan, as I've gotten older, I've become less comfortable in crowds. Just not a real crowd person. I've done all the festival stuff. I've done, I literally spent over a decade in bars. Um, I enjoy a quiet life more than ever. I enjoy a quiet life. Doesn't mean I would never go out and do something, but overall, largely, plus it says that Columbia is 5 times that size, at least through the border of Washington and Oregon. That's the most famous river that I hear of in your neck of the woods. Willamette is, well, 1,900 feet deep across downtown. That's a deep river. Oh, feet across. There you go. Sorry about that. 130 is still pretty deep. Hey, how clean is it, Wassa? This guy says, not sure when we will do the muffin challenge. And it says, hi to Kundalini King. Yeah, so many people, Course Miracles community, uh, spiritual community at large, um, have really helped my channel grow so much. They've shared me out on Facebook and other social media. They've recommended me to other people. Been pretty lucky. And Kenneth is a big one. Buddha's in the background. Thank you, Buddha. He says, why you bottle Eric Muffin off Eric? People say, why you bottle it for? What do you mean, Tiger King? This guy says, I feel Yogi will cheat on the challenge, Tiger King. He'll go to a bakery and buy muffins. Here's the thing. Here's why that would never work. Because the muffins would never make it back to the house. If I buy muffins, I'm going to eat them muffins right on the spot. Hey, Michael. Evan says, Eric, you'd probably have fun going out. You have lots of experiences. I do have lots of experiences. And that's why I don't feel I need to keep doing the same ones. You know what I'd like to do? I would like to very early in the morning go to the bookstore, have a cup of coffee or maybe a cup of tea, depending on what time it is. Cat says, you tell him, Evan? No. No one tells me anything. You guys know I don't listen. Michael says, got 5 episodes up on the Unearthly Domain series. Awesome. You want to drop a link, Michael? Man, I've had tons and tons of fun in my life. Cat says, hey to Buddha. Tiger King says, Cat, how you feeling? Hey, Selma. I did, Danny, thanks for the reminder. I already took it. Buster says, the Willamette has very dirty water. Dirty in the past. Our sewers overflow into it untreated every time it rains hard. But I think it's still the 4th cleanest major port in the nation. Or it was. You know, a river, don't remember which river it was, caught fire in Pittsburgh. It's the Allegheny or the Monongahela. And one of the Great Lakes caught on fire. It might have been Lake Erie. Imagine that. Water catching fire. I did take it, Tiger King. Thanks for the reminder. It says, I answered you, TK. I'm working on getting better. Thank you for asking. How you doing, Selma? Here you guys go. Our friend Michael dropped a link. He's got 5 episodes up. Thank you, Michael. So it's inside of Michael, and that she misses um Anna. Michael says, "Hey, it's Selma." Hyuga caught fire. Water should never catch fire. Evan says, Eric, chicks are into you too. You're good at speaking. You should go use that talent. Okay, I'm done with that. Who's to say I haven't used that talent? I saw that, Danny. I saw how many inches. Too many. Cat, you see that, Cat? Your plan backfired. Cat says, Evan, with an angry, snorting, exhibit face. I'm hoping it just, man, I'm hoping we don't get the snow that they say we're going to get. I worry about people in the snow. I know a lot of people, they love the snow. You get a snow day, we're home from work, and all that's great. All that is awesome. But there are people who have none of that in a very bad position. Just makes me feel bad. Tiger King said, there, cat okay? She got it? Yep, cat's okay. Michael says, I'm expecting 15 inches of snow. That is unusual for you. Evan says, Cat, what's up? Cat did not expect you to tell me to go out and pick up women. We had some great environmental laws put into place that really help clean up the streams, the rivers, and the lakes. What's it says? Cool chicks from the bar, I bet. Um, I'm not. I'm not going to make a comment. Sorry. Someone says I'm eating Mexican rice. I put hot sauce with ranch. It's really good. That's what the Hispanics. So, Kat says, it was more interacting with them. You'd have fun. I have fun. I have fun with you guys. Here's the thing. I almost always do what I want to do. If you like see me doing something, if you hear about me talking about having a very structured life, because for right now, that's pretty much the way I like it. A few things I would love to do. I'd love to take a trip down to Tennessee. I would love to go to a bookstore and have a cup of coffee, just browse for books. Other than that, now I'm not saying that I might decide to race again someday. You never know. Tiger King says Evan, Cat, and Eric going out with each other. Not right to tell them get lady mate. That's okay though. You didn't know. Cat says, "Oh, Tiger King, it's all fun, but thank you." Yep, Tiger King, we appreciate you standing up. Someone says, "Guys, Yogi doesn't hang out with women." I'm just pushing it out there. I'm not bragging about it. Sue says hi to Selma. Selma, you want all the snow? We'll send it to you. You can all have my snow. Michael says, Yogi, guess what? This channel celebrated its first birthday, and within a year, it went from 272 to 696. Finally hit 2K watch hour time. Wow. And with new episodes, you're going to hit 3K before long. Tiger King says, not fun when you say Eric. Others say, not nice. Say that Cat, you nice person. Cat is a nice person. Someone says, no to Danny. No snow. Cassandra says, they're doing a shop with Walmart. So I'm still listening. Thank you, Cassandra. Someone says, no, thank you. I'm good. You're right, Tiger King. So it can be really dangerous to the elderly, and it can make people really ill. A lot of people get hurt, injured, or actually worse shoveling snow. A lot of older people. If I had money, every year we have, with snow, kids will come by and ask if they can. I don't generally have cash with me. Kids don't take credit cards. Sandra says it's very good. Congratulations! Now you need to reach 1,000 subs. Yes, and your watch hours. I don't think I'm at 2,000 hours yet either, but I have been given live every single day. Going live really helps your watch hours too. Hey, we'll help you out with some watch hours, Cassandra. Cat says, I'm not going to make Cat angry because I'm a nice human being. You are a nice human being. Cat was never really angry. He was just playing. And Yogi does have a lot of women flirting with him behind the scenes, by the way. Nope. Buster says, I'll pass on snow or ice. Me too. Hey, Sniper. Sniper says, greetings, beautiful souls. Sniper, I was passing on some of your wisdom earlier. Danny says, I wonder where Puppy Mommy is. I don't know where she is. I think I saw her pop up yesterday. Sniper says, busy writing. No, that's okay, Tiger King. She said thank you. She appreciated you sticking up for her. I have not been flirting with other women. Michael says, hey there, Sniper, my friend. Kat says, Danny, I wondered also, I left a message in her community page. Someone says, I got you back, Kat. Michael says, I first met book interview of season 2, Yogi, my friend from Nocturnal Frequency. Radio will be coming up on Whispers from the Past Paranormal. February 2nd. That's not too far away. Awesome. Kat sending love to Selma. Kat says, well, she's been around because she shared your live stream out this afternoon. Good. Always appreciative for her. Everything she's done to help me. Tipper says, Eric, it's wow, this next piece. It's still coming through strong, huh? Tiger King says, Eric would not do that. Thank you, Tiger King. Selma says, Yogi? Yes. Tipper says, this is a science peer review. Science peer review and verified. I'm so excited. Awesome, Sniper. You gonna have it up soon? Violet says, Unk, oil up your forehead and shine a torch. It might produce enough to bind an army. Well, if the armed service needs me to get the job done, man, I'm stepping up. I'll do the job. I'm your man. Michael says, if he did that, he'd have to wag the spoon at himself. I would. Someone says, Yogi, don't be flirting with other women. Hey, remember what Kat said. She didn't say that I was flirting with other women. Back me up on this, Kat. Kat says, Michael, you're so funny. Tipper says still drip. It's juicy from the get-go. Man, you've been working hard though, Sniper. Michael Zaffin says, thanks, Cat. I did take it, Tiger King. Thank you. Guys, we're going to sign off in about 5 minutes. Cat says, Yogi is 100% trustworthy. Yes. Thank you. Selma says, I'm just checking. I appreciate that. We always appreciate you, Selma. I absolutely try to practice all of the yoga niyamas and the yamas, which are the ethical foundations. One is non-harmfulness, the first one, and not lying. Now, someone might hear me say that and say, yes, we've heard you tell all kinds of stories. I think, generally speaking, by the smile on my face, when I'm telling you a fanciful story, you know where I'm going with it. Tiger King says, Eric is a love God. I am someone who loves God, for certain. Someone said, Yogi, don't make me wag my spoon at you. Never. That 12-second, I'm going to put that through a science peer review and get verified for my thesis. I'll be back. Evan says, guys that don't want chicks, get all the chicks. Smooth. Just playing. That's true. It does help to be aloof. Someone says she's just checking. Well, I'm glad you're keeping me on the straight and narrow, Selma. Thank you, Tiger King. It was just a joke, though. All right, guys, let me wrap it up. I got 2 jobs to do. Kat, thank you for the title suggestions. I love all 3 of them. I think as of now, I'm going to go with the first one. Kat says it's okay, Tiger King. Yep, it's okay. We're all just hanging out. We're having fun. Hey, you know what? Speaking of just hanging out and having fun, I really appreciate this live stream, guys, because it reminds me of the earlier ones that we used to have. Little break from the guests. I love having the guests, but I love hanging out with you guys. And it was just fun. You know, it was just clean, easy. We made a few important points, but we just caught up with each other. Thank you for that. It's exactly what I needed, exactly what I wanted. Good night, Kat. I love you too. Someone says, love you, Kat. And we all love Selma. See you, Evan. Thanks for coming in, my friend. Love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Someone says, I hang out with other women's. Love you too, Tiger King. All right. Guys, thanks again. Take care.